Happy New Year, 2nd of January. So good to be back in the markets, just giving us some more green as we ride into this ETF news and all these bullish things that are happening around here. Oh, I see I've just lost my internet connection. Okay, so guys, today I'm going to show you a 2000% trade that I'm sitting in currently. I'm looking for a potential next 2000% trade. Is it going to happen? That's a tough one, but I'm going to show you what's going on there. Then I've got updates from this week. We're talking TRB because somebody bought the top of TRB. Somebody paid $600 for a TRB there, so there was a lot happening there. I've got updates on that Sol trade from last week. AVAX, Injective, Rune, Phantom, Filecoin, Bonk. Nearly got squeezed out on that Bonk trade, and Bruce is in the back. He's just woken up, and Bruce has got a couple of trades that he might have ready for you guys. So we got a lot to talk about here. Let's get right into it. So if we look at Banter Bubbles, all these alts are actually very green. But if you dial in a little bit, there is a slight pullback happening right now, and we have seen dominance push up. But it is a little bit obvious that dominance is going to fly when BTC is doing this for us and giving us these type of candles. So this is my current 2-hour BTC play, and here we go. They're sending it down as we're talking. So these are my current BTC levels that I'm watching right now. I'm looking at this 44,800. This is a 236 fib and some horizontals. Looking for a retest here. Then my next area of interest for me is anything from 44,200 to round about, say, 44,000. That is a key area for me. And then we are going to start looking a little bit deeper and darker, where we start getting punched up a little bit here at 43,500. So these are the areas I'm watching right now. Zolani says Bonk is not bonking. Correct. Bonk is just hovering around. I don't know. Maybe it's time to have maybe meme season is over for now. We'll have to wait and see. Right, let's see what's going on here in the news. Well, we got some of the guys like Plan B. He's still talking about a $532,000 BTC, so that is looking like he's potentially on track here. And we got some other guys calling. What's his name? Ali Charts calling 52,000 for BTC as his next key price target. So if we tie that into what I'm looking at currently, we are pretty close there. So I'm looking at this 618 area, this 48k, which is it's still a region I've been talking about for ages now. We've been watching this flag on the weekly, so I'm looking for this push up again into this ETF news, and then still looking for the same setup here, ascend back down, and that kind of ties in potentially with this 52k target. So everyone at the moment is now speculating on what our next target is going to be. So there's that little 52,000 level that he is talking about over there. But this is the play for me. This is my strategy at the moment, and this is what I'm looking at. Let me know if I'm wrong, or let me know if you think I'm right here. But I'm still feeling a big push into any ETF news, and then a nice little sell-off. And then we'll pick up some good entries here, and then I think things are going to turn very bullish, and we're going to ride this wave. So that is my current plan for BTC. It hasn't changed at the moment. If we do look at dominance, this is a key one to watch now. So we've seen dominance. We lost this weekly trend, and this is what gave us this alt party. We had this beautiful ride up. We had the 618 bounce here. We had the 200-day MA. So an obvious area to get that bounce. So we were looking at this last week, and the fun always can't continue on these altcoins. At some point we have to get a little bit of up down, and we got the bounce now on dominance. So now what are we looking for as altcoin bulls, altcoin traders? We want to see this dominance push up into the 50-day MA and trend, and then reject, and that should give us a bit more of a party, a bit more of what we're looking for. So just a little bit of patience now. Now we're looking at altcoins settling onto decent support areas. We want to watch these pullbacks and see where we can grab these alts, and we're going to try and tie this in with a dominance rejection. And if we get that right and that dominance rejects, then these alts are going to give us these guard mode entries that we've been looking for. So let's recap. Let's deal with this TRB first. So guys, let me know in the chats here, which one of you paid $600 for TRB? Because somebody bought the top of this move. It looks like these guys were playing funny games in the back here. $2.4 million worth of TRB sent onto an exchange, and somebody probably hit market sell and pretty much just wrecked everybody there. So you can see what's going on here. It was it's the most liquidated token. So if we look at this TRB chart, I had to pull up the weekly. I mean, I couldn't zoom out enough to take a look at this here, but somebody paid $628 for that last TRB. Someone bought the top there. So guys, let me know, was it somebody in the chat here that bought the top, or was it one of the scientists here that was watching what we do here and how we play the 618 and the 50-day MA? And did anyone grab the bottom of TRB on this old 618 and 50-day MA at around about 119? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. They send it all the way down, and where does it bounce? 50-day MA and an old 618 pool from a chart actually that was available in Sniper Club. So guys, if TRB was your thing, there were your levels. But let's just take a look at the size of this move here that they gave us. I mean, this is quite ridiculous, actually. This was one of our favorite coins that we were trading during the bear market. I think it was, say, September, October. We were trading this one a lot. 80% dip there. Wow. Okay, let's see who's in the chats here. What's happening here? Claudio, Happy New Year. Clay, what's happening? Guys, I want to know, did anyone buy the top of this TRV? You need to let me know. Fahad's here. Let's see who else is here. Marty K is here. Matt 888, what's happening? Joy Caster's here. He's looking for a Filecoin update. PJ Fox. And don't forget, Ray's back. What's up, Ray? And we got Bruce in the back getting fired up. So Bruce is coming to us shortly. There he is. We'll bring him back just now. So Bruce is prepping 2 trades for you. So hopefully, if these levels play out nicely, we're going to get a couple of longs here. Right. So let's look at some of these updates from last week. So, I mean, yesterday, or when was this? Thursday, Friday, we did a session here and we were talking about getting our buys in on a potential double bottom on Sol, AVAX, Injective, Phantom. And I could sense in the chats that people were feeling a bit edgy. And I was saying to you guys, when you're feeling the most bearish, these are your best entries. These are the ones you get. Don't come to me when we are pumping, we have a green candle, we're breaking trends and all those sorts of things. That's our secondary entry. Our best entry or when we're feeling a little bit bearish and things are settling down into an area and you're thinking this time is different, this time we're going to break down. Those are the best entries where you feel the most uncomfortable. And I mean, Solana is a perfect example here. Which gave us a perfect entry again. We got a second bite for Sol at around 99. So for those of you that did it, you got your first entry at 99. You got your second bite. If you were brave enough, you would have grabbed it there. And now we are looking at a pullback. Well, now we're looking for bullish pullbacks on Sol. So if this move is going to continue, what you want to do is just pull your fib from the low to the high of this move. And you want to try and identify some solid areas for Solana that we could possibly pull back on and still remain bullish. So the first thing you want to identify is horizontals tied in with fibs potentially. And for me, for Sol, I quite like everything from the 618 down to this horizontal. So it's quite a thick band right now. But for me, Sol pullbacks, if we do get this move lower down, I quite like anything into this box here. So anything down to about 104 for me is still a potentially bullish play for Sol. Look, if it does go a little bit lower than that, we do have our backup support, which is again this 98, 99 level, which we were looking at last week, which settled in nicely. So right now, there's nothing to panic about. If you are long Sol, these are your bullish areas that you're looking for. You want to tie it in with number one, a BTC dominance rejection and a BTC bounce on a nice solid area, and then these alts should tie in nicely for you. So keep your eyes on this 104 for Sol. I think we're going to be good there. Let's see who else is. There's asking for a rune update. I do have a rune update for you guys. I do have a Filecoin update for you. Who's here? Jockey. No, bro. Jockey. I'm not going to read that comment out loud. Maruk says headbutt the like. Guys, if you like the content, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We've smashed our 125,000 subscriber target that the boss gave us. He said me and Sheldon need to get 125,000 subscribers, and we smashed that. And immediately he's moved the target up. So now we're looking at around about 150,000 subscribers, guys. So if you aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button there, get subscribed to Banter Plus, and then you'll get notified every time me and Sheldon go live. Crypto Nympho says Velo ripped. Yeah, that was one of our calls. I think it was a week or two ago. We were calling that one. Okay, Steve is asking XRP Moon when. Steve, I don't know. XRP is it's a pain. It's a proper pain, that one. But if I've got time, we're going to take a look. Right, AVAX update for you guys. So here we are again, same story last week. This is what we were looking for on Friday. We were looking for this double bottom for AVAX, and hopefully, those of you who were brave enough, you did take that. You did take that long, so we got it at about 38.5 was our move there for AVAX. And now again, we're looking for a bullish pullback. So what you want to do again is dial in the same way we've done with Sol, and we want to look for some bullish pullback areas. And the first thing you're going to do is try and see if we've got a 618 that's going to tie in with some horizontals. That could give us a good guide. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so we've got, this area looks interesting. Okay, so this is a 0.5 in the middle. Okay, so that's not exactly a fib, but it's a 0.5 tying in with some horizontals here. So support areas to watch, 40.4 on the AVAX, and then you've got your 618 at 39.7, and then again, your next level is 38. So these are your main support areas for AVAX. If we're going to stay bullish, we obviously want to hold this 38 level. So if things do start falling over, we are looking for a bounce here at this 38. Ebio says, how's the ZIL trade progressing? I'm still in the ZIL long. We still long and strong on ZIL. No reason to exit yet. No reason to do anything with ZIL just yet. So I'm still sitting in that ZIL trade. I'm going to try and update you guys as well. I want to move on to Injective. So this is an update from last week. And again, typical move. Yeah, we were looking for this double bottom. This is the Injective 4 hour. And look, they gave it to us. They gave us the bounce we were looking for. It was a 618 tied in with horizontal. We got that move. And again, now they're rejecting us at a typical rejection zone. This is a horizontal tied in with a fib. Okay, so no surprises here. So what we're going to do for Injective is now we want to identify again some potential areas that we can get a bounce. And right now, I'm actually just looking at this horizontal for you. So if you are long Injective, your first area of interest is this horizontal down here. So you're looking at about 35.4. That looks like your first sort of safety net bounce area on Injective. And then you have your backup zone is going to be this 34.2 region. So those are your two main areas now. So while this thing bleeds out a little bit here, you want to watch call it 35.4, 34.1 to 34.2. So those are your support zones. Let's go Filecoin update for you guys. And yeah, typical bounce here. So this is what Filecoin gave us last week. We had this horizontal break, and we broke the horizontal. We broke the trend. We were looking for a retest, and they gave it to us. So that was quite kind of them. 5.8. They gave us a double look there at 5.8. So guys, in the chats, anyone here pick up this Filecoin from last week? Let us know. They've given us a nice little move and possible new entries brewing right now for Filecoin. So a little 40% move from last week. And again, the play, when things turn super bullish here, it's the same move every time. You want to identify areas where you can possibly get it to consolidate a little bit and maybe just jump in and start nibbling at potential areas. So Filecoin, the first area you would have looked at is this 382. And you can see what they've done here. They've sent it down for a little bit of a 382 bounce tied in with horizontal. So we know that's always our first area we want to look at if we are looking to build positions. And then the next play is to either then wait for this trend break, or you can build a position the same way we do every time. You can nibble a little bit at these solid support areas, build your position, and once you break this trend, if you're making the assumption that things are still going to be bullish, at some point they're going to break that trend. So you can nibble at the 382, you can nibble at the 618, and then once it breaks that trend, then you can really add to your position and send that thing. So at least if you are nibbling at these main horizontal areas, if these tokens do take off without you, at least you have some skin in the game there, and then you are part of it. And you can always add, once these things are bullish and moving, you can always add to these positions. And this is exactly what I've done with this 2000% trade. I'm going to show you guys now. It started out as a very small position and just grew it a little bit, and then it turned into quite a big thing. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Thomas says he got file at 5.9. That's pretty decent. Okay, so he's cooking. Yeah, I mean, that's a great entry. That was on your horizontal retest, and nothing to worry about now. So now you just let this thing ride. You know, as we break certain areas or start breaking trends, you can add to that position and grow it if your bias obviously is bullish that this market is going to continue moving north. Jockey, you got to stop these comments, bro. These meme coin comments. He really likes this cock in new meme coin. I don't know if he really likes to trade it or he just likes to talk about it. Stacy wants to know who's the moderator. Yeah, so here's Ray. Ray's head of chats here. Ray, can you moderate these chats here? We're getting spammed as well. A lot of the spam coming in here. Okay, there you go. So that's sorted out for you guys. Kapitan is asking about Zilliqa. Yeah, so Zilliqa still long and strong. Zil. Let me get you some more of these charts here, and then we can jump into some of your charts, and I will update you guys on Zil. Okay, let's go Rune. So Rune is another one that we were looking at last week. So again, just a typical bounce, typical altcoin bounce that we were looking for. We had these stocks, they were all oversold. Things were looking bearish. And remember, guys, remember that feeling when you're feeling super bearish. Look at those stocks. Those stochastics were heavily oversold, and these alts were moving onto a lot of good support zones. So for us, it was pretty clear that we were going to get some kind of reaction in these areas, and Rune was no different. So Rune drifted down into our 5 level and gave us a nice little move here. So fighting this 50-day MA, this red line is the 50-day MA. So you can see that this is clear resistance now. This 5.8 for Rune is clear resistance, but bullish pullbacks. I really like this 618 here. So 5.36 is a proper area of interest here for me for a bullish pullback. So Rune, so look at 5.36, and yeah, what I'd like to see here, just a little bounce in this area, nothing too serious. So we just want to see it react horizontal and 618, and then we want to see it push on a little bit higher. So let's see how that plays out. But if you didn't get a Rune entry, if you didn't get your 5 level entry, potential entry coming for you here, 5.4. Arshdeep likes Theta. I see Theta has been going very nicely. It has. Barlos, IMX. Well, you might be in luck, Barlos, with IMX, because somebody's here in the back, the legend, busy prepping an IMX trade, I think, as we speak. So we're going to pull him in just now.
With more likes. You need the likes to get him on with the IMX.
Guys, you heard Ray. Ray wants some likes. We're not bringing on the legend for no likes. I mean, okay, so just keep watching those likes there for us, Ray. Okay, guys, let's talk about this 2,000% trade. So here it is on BitGet, okay, and it was this SEI protocol, or whatever you call it. We called it on the show about 2 weeks ago. I said we saw phantom pumping, we saw AVAX pumping, we saw injective pumping, we saw all these layer ones doing their thing, and what was lagging? SUI and Say, they were lagging. So I said to you guys, I'm getting stuck into the Say situation here, and I started building a Say position, and you can see what's going on here. My average entry price is now 0.33. I've taken out $3,000 profit so far. I've still got $7,500 profit in. It's a 15x trade. It's sitting at 1,930%. And again, well, this is what I say to you guys so often: in a bull market, when things are trending, you can start with pretty small positions. You go small position, you go big move, and then, you know, once you get on a roll and these things start running, you then have capital that you can play with. So my options now, I mean, if I close this trade, yeah, there's about $7,500 of profit left. That could give me a 10x position now. That could potentially give me a $70,000 trade now, a long position on my next potential trade. So you don't need a lot of capital to start up a trading account, and you don't need a lot of capital to 50x your trading account. You can start small. You need 1 or 2 good trades. Once they run for you, then you build up that capital, and with those profits now, you can take bigger trades, you can buy your spots, you can do whatever you need to do. So again, another prime example, and that's why when the market is trending like this, I love looking for these big trades. And, you know, I've given you guys that Rune 500%, the Phantom 500%. I'm in a Zil 500% trade that I'm chasing at the moment, and potentially, okay, again, here's another potential trade for you guys that I'm looking at. Carver, okay, it's another layer one. It's done absolutely nothing. It's been absolute dog shit. I don't even know fundamentally what the story is here with Carver, but I have been in a Carver long before, and it was actually around about here. It was April, May 2023, and I have some good memories from it. Let's see the size of this move here. was 122% pump on Carver. So again, it's been very quiet. The market's been super bullish. Carver has just been slowly drifting up. And I'm thinking to myself, look here, we've got a weekly trend break on Carver. And what have I got as support? I've got a 236 tied in with weekly horizontals as support. I've got a 50-day MA as support tied in with a 382. So I know I've got a fair amount of support here. So for me, I've started building a Carver long. And I'm looking for a 53% move here for Carver. So 1.4 is a potential target, and a simple trend break play here on the weekly. Obviously, if you zoom in to some of the stuff I do and I show you these 4-hour charts, we know the best entries are always these ones where we do these double bottoms and we catch these lows and those type of things. And the next best entry, if you miss the first entry, is to catch that trend break and retest. So ideally, what we want to see with Carver here, we want to see it just break this high from the previous week. So I'd love to see it just push a little bit higher and then pull back for us. But for me, a Carver entry, anything from around about 0.915 down to 0.82 for me is an area I want to build a Carver position here and hopefully take advantage. Remember, these things can blow up when you're least expecting it. So I mean, let's say I sat in for a while and then I probably took about a week and then that thing started really firing off. So sometimes these things do take time, and that's my same strategy with ZIL. ZIL is sitting, it's still cooking there, and we are waiting for ZIL to do its thing. You know, worst case is going to get stopped out and then you're wrong, but if you're right, well, you're in that position and you can take advantage of some massive returns. Claudia wants to know how much leverage for Carver. So I've started building a 10x Carver position. Again, it doesn't need to be a big position, but what I suggest is you can ladder into these entries. This is a weekly chart. This is a slow burner. This could take a lot of time. And in between all of this, there could be a drawdown in the market. So you need to be able to cater for those type of things. So what you can do is ladder into your position all the way down into major support. So if you're looking at this Carver, you can ladder down into your horizontal weekly support at 0.865 and your 50-day MA at 0.81. So these are two areas you can ladder into a potential Carver entry. And then once these things start moving, you can always add to them and grow the size of the position. Robert's looking for ICP. I definitely don't look at that thing enough. I feel like we've missed that so many times. ICP is what we need, definitely. Scott says he's been in Injective since 8. Jeez, Scott. We must see this P&L, bro. Are you on leverage? What's going on here? I want to see this thing. Okay, Taki says, what about ICP? Okay, so guys, you've got what have we covered? I still got to cover bonk for you. So I've given you TRB, Sol, AVAX. I've given you the Carver position I'm looking at. Say you know about. Let's look at bonk, because this thing is driving me mad. And I'm still in a small bonk position on one of our sponsors, Tubit. I'm going to show you that at the moment. So this is this bonk setup that I gave you guys last week. And again, it's done absolutely nothing right now. It's just a lot of rangy stuff. So nothing very exciting. A major support for me on bonk is still this multiple zeros, 1 to 5. So if we close underneath that area, I would say we are now drifting to lower things. So right now, again, bonk not looking that exciting. If we really want to get, if we really want to move a bias in our favor, we can do bullish things on a chart. You can start calling things like that and say there is a mini trend break perhaps on bonk. But yeah, I'm sitting in a small bonk here. I'm not doing anything right now, so I'm going to just wait and see how it goes. I will add if I need to. And I'm doing this in Tubit. So guys, this is our new exchange, Tubit. And well, I mean, I've spoken about this one for a couple of weeks now. So it's trading a lot like MEXC. I'm running some positions here in cross. I'm running some of them in isolated mode. And so far, quite a good experience. You can see I'm still in this 1-inch trade that I showed you guys about. Geez, I've been probably about a month, maybe 6 weeks ago. We've been talking about this 1-inch, still sitting in 1-inch, still sitting in the sushi position. And I grabbed that rune entry that I gave you guys last week. And here's bonk. I'm sitting in some bonk still, nothing serious. But if it starts moving, we're going to add and we're going to grow that one. So guys, there is a link in the description for Tubit. There is an exclusive offer at the moment. They are offering $35 for every $100. No, $35 for the first $100 that you put into the Tubit account. So if you are looking for a new exchange, they are KYC friendly. Give it a go. So far, so good for me. I'm just cruising around doing these small little positions here, but slowly growing this account. Len's talking about HBAR. I saw some of the guys today talking about HBAR as well. I think HBAR's actually done pretty nice. DJ Kai says DYDX. Geez, this DYDX, absolute beast. This thing's absolutely killed me. I was so married to this DYDX. Here it is now. Okay, so this is what here's DYDX, guys. This is what I was talking about on Sniper Club today. So things are looking interesting here, and there's two views here. One of them is a bearish view, saying that this is the right shoulder of a potential head and shoulders now on DYDX. So the bears are clapping their hands. They're very happy. They're looking at this 50-day MA currently as a resistance zone, as a right shoulder, and basically want to send this thing lower. And the bulls for DYDX, and I'm no longer in a DYDX trade because they came and stopped me out while I was at a party in the dead of the night. And they came with this candle down here and they stopped me out and they sent it away. So I'm quite salty about DYDX right now. But areas to watch, I mean, right now you could have a potential bounce right now, 3.05 DYDX, and our next area is 2.99. So these are the two hot zones for DYDX for the bulls. So the bulls are just saying, well, this is a continuation, and we're going to continue this, guy. So these are your areas you want to watch for the bullish players. Ray, what's the likeage?
Likeage is a little bit refreshing. 404.
404. Guys, I've got Bruce teed up at the back. He's got IMX is one of them. He's got another one as well. Give us 500 likes and then I'll bring in the legend. He's selling the legend. Selling the legend for 500 likes. Okay. Let's see. And I've also got the bull. There it is. Don't be scared of the bull. We must enjoy the bull. We must enjoy the bull. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. I'm going through these comments here. Okay. Link, Arbitrum, Litecoin, Atom from Claudio. Let's go. Let's go Link. Okay. And then I've got one more. I've got one more trade for you guys, potentially. Well, not a trade. I've just got a token to talk about. GNS, because that's been doing really well. Okay, so let's look at Link currently and just see where we are. Okay, so Link was another mover for us. 50-day MA was support with 786. Okay, this is where we were. This must have been, when was this? This must have been early last week. Okay, so here we are. Here we are with Link, 50-day MA, 786 play. And we're looking for some horizontals. So let's clean this guy up a little bit. And again, looking so similar to a lot of these alts, little 618 bounce, 618 reaction here. Okay, so Link right now, support 15.3. 15 is your 50-day MA. So 15.3 and 15, these are your supports for Link. And you want to break this high. Okay, so you want to break this range high. So that's really what you want to do. The bulls are looking for something along these lines. So you're looking for this bounce here. Then you want to break this high. You want to come back and retest probably a 382 or something along those lines. And that's where you want to be on Link. So right now, your key support here, 15.3 down to 15.2 and then 15 on the button. Those are the bullish support areas for Link. Let's go render. Okay, again, another typical reaction here. So render 382 and horizontal coming into play. So this is the render 4 hour that I'm watching currently. And those of you that are trading render, you can see what we got here. We've got a 382 and horizontal 4.78. Okay, this is your current support, and then your next support region for render 4.47. So these are key areas for me, but so far decent reaction off that 382. Let's just check BTC. Let's just make sure everything's okay. Okay, so BTC 236 bounce horizontal is reacting nicely. So far so good there. And when you tie it into specific alts, so you can see we've had BTC off a 236, we've had Link off a 618, we've got Render off a 382. So a lot of them are on their corresponding fibs. So important that they are tying in together. So what I would say, 4.8 for Render, first line of support. and then your next major support is this trend. So, it could still want to come visit this trend here at 4.45. So watch these two areas. There's a question on where to enter Sniper Club. There is a link in the description below. Grab a link there. It's a paid service, Sniper Club. It's Sheldon, myself, the whole Sniper team, Bruce, as you know. Chaos, you would have seen him a million times in the chats or on the show. DJ and David's in there. Mama Sniper's in there. The whole crew's in there. And that's where I've been fishing Bruce out. I drag him out of the Sniper Club to come and I have to beg him to come and give me setups here because he gives all his best stuff in the Sniper Club. Ray, are we winning yet?
The bulls are on. We got 500.
There we go. Ray. Bruce.
I don't know how to take this. I sort of can't tell whether it's a beauty contest. Okay, who's going to give more likes?
No, they must like the legend. I mean, that's just the rule.
Pretty funny.
The chart father is in the house. Go follow Bruce on Twitter. What is your actual handle? Because I know your name is the chart father. What is
you convinced me to change it, but so I love it.
Did you change the handle? Good.
It's I changed it. It's but you can find me under 𝗕𝗔𝗓𝗍𝗍99.
𝗕𝗔𝗓𝗍99. He's in. His link's actually in the description there. Just check in the description. You can follow the chart father. Okay, Bruce. What do you got for us? Something long and strong? Are we bouncing?
Long and strong. Well, I got a couple. I got two. I got one that's near and dear to my heart, and another one that's immutable. So
I'm adding your screen. Okay.
Cool. So let's take IMX first. I really love. By the way, you're going to see this pattern a lot right now. You're going to see solid support areas, right? Like clearly that was resistance. Broke through cleanly, support, blah, blah, blah. And then you got this swing failure pattern, right? That's what David calls it. It's also called the Wyckoff Spring, where price drops down aggressively, interesting, right to from the bigger picture, right to the 618, comes back up, and then it defines support again, right there. Consolidate and then pump. It's a really, really historical, very reliable pattern that I love, because you can try and get this, but that's hard because that's catching a falling knife. But once it does that, if you catch the retest on the support area, it's great. So if you take the 618 from the big picture, that was that move right there. But if you take the 618 from the, let me ditch this so you don't get confused. The 618 from this move up to that peak right there, price is coming right down to the 618/horizontal level again. So I'm looking to pick up a long from here, assuming that Bitcoin doesn't do anything nasty and tank the market. But I'm looking to pick it up right at that 618 level, at which point now we're looking for just to come up to the recent high over there, looking at about 13%. And if the market decides to move this week, then we're looking at least probably a 23% move up to 27842, which is actually going to be my target for this trade. It's coming up there soon. The market's going to stay bullish.
There's Sherry. Let's call up Sherry. Sherry. She's saying, who are these people? She says, lose Sheldon's background. Sherry, where have you been? This is the Sniper team.
We are
Bruce, one of the legends in
Club.
the Sniper Club. Bruce went through Sniper School. He's an old school Forex trader. He went through Sniper School. He met everyone there, built this community, and we grabbed him. We basically hijacked Bruce and we ripped him into the Sniper Club, and we needed him part of the Sniper team. So Bruce is one of our traders in the Sniper team, and you can have access to him in the Sniper Club. Just join there. He's dropping alpha. He's dropping trade setups every day, and he's a bit of a legend, and you'll see in there. So Sherry, come join us.
It's really cool, Dylan, because we've got each of the traders, David, Simon, and you, and Sheldon, and Mama Sniper, and Craig. We each have our own section where we all put our own setups of things we're working on, and not only just throw it up there like a signal, but we talk through how we're managing the trade. Oh, I'm adding on a little more. Oh, I'm moving my stop loss. And then there's a whole section called Ask, where is Ask Dylan, Ask Bruce, Ask David, where people can ask any question, well, except about my love life. They can ask any question about trading.
Well, they can. They might get an answer.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But they can ask any question about trading. Like they can say, hey, I'm looking at a chart, and I'm confused about this. And we will sit there and actually work with their chart with them almost in real time in Sniper Club. It's really the coolest thing we've ever done.
Guys, you can find it all there in Sniper Club. So obviously we've got a lot of viewers here that don't know what Sniper Club is. We've got a lot of people that don't know who any of us are. They're seeing us on YouTube and they're jumping in here. Yeah. So guys, welcome. This is it. This is the vibe, and there's tons of setups in there all day long. Plus we've got official setups that Sheldon and I give official signals. We've been quiet for 2 weeks, granted. It's been Christmas holidays and things. But yeah, we do give official Sniper Club signals, but then you have access to all of us in there. So, you can ask us questions. You can look at my personal watch list. My personal watch list of charts I keep in the Sniper Club, and I share them with you guys every day. So as I go through my charts, I drop them in there, and you guys have access to them. And those are the charts that I trade off. And those are a lot of the entries that I take are on my charts.
Yep. It's so cool.
Okay,
let's see.
Cool. I've also got NEAR, if we want to look at that. Look, it's identical. I've been watching NEAR. I was actually trying to get that entrance right there, but I missed it. I think it was a sleeper. It was a weekend or holiday or something, so I missed it. But lo and behold, surprise, surprise, it breaks and it comes back and retests. I mean, I think I say break and retest so many times it's become like a mantra to me. But again, I'm looking for this to kind of eke its way down there, and I'll pick up a trade. You got that same thing. You got the drop below right over there, push back up, retest support, and I'm looking for this one to be 38% up to 1.49. I'm also looking at a TP up above about 2.276, which would be a 60% move. That's going to be actually my TP2 right over there. So again, be patient. Don't rush it. Let's see what mostly I want to watch what Bitcoin does. Right? Bitcoin had a really sweet pump, and it was dropping off, but now it seems to be, you can tell by these candles, seems to be kind of liking this level, right? It's kind of indecision time.
It's just chill. So it's broken a new high. It's totally acceptable that it pulls back, comes to retest, totally fine. Don't panic. We watch our good areas, and like your near setup there that you had looks like so many of these altcoins right now. So remember, guys, the best entry was last week when you were feeling bearish. The next best entry is potentially now on this pullback. So again, eyes on BTC. Look for that bounce. Look for these alts tying in, and then you should be good.
Yeah, and that's an interesting point you make, is that the best entrances are when you're feeling nervous and scared. Like you start watching this red candle build right over here, and trust me, people that say, "Oh my God, that's a great trade," are going to start to get scared, right, when it comes to their level, in spite of the fact that it's your best entrance, right? OG Craig was on Sheldon's trading team forever and ever, and I do a session on Tuesdays every day on trading psychology, because your emotional reaction to candles has far more impact on whether you are successful or not in trading, because of these decisions are emotional. So you see the green candles, like the guy who bought TRB at some stupid crazy price, he was emotionally FOMOing, right? I don't want to be left out. And yet the guy that picked it up when it was bright red at the bottom, he's the one that made out. So pay attention to this stuff, right? Right when it gets to over here, right at that trend line, right at support, right at the 618, check your emotions. Make sure that the emotions aren't clouding your judgment. Because if it were me and the price came right there, I would start a little entrance like Dylan talked about earlier, and then start building it as it grew.
Lovely, Bruce. So guys, you can grab more of Bruce in the Sniper Club. He's super active. He's in US hours, so it's morning for him. So, while we sleep.
Very early morning.
Nocturnal. But yeah, you can grab in there. Bruce, thanks so much. I'm going to run through some more of these charts for everybody else. Bruce, have a good one.
See you guys. Sir.
Sure. Okay, guys, so I'm pulling up some of these charts here. GRT, here's an update for you. So we were looking at, where was this GRT on? So this was, where were we? We were on Friday. We were looking for GRT. Okay, we were looking for a pullback on GRT into a horizontal at 0.176, and that is what they gave us. So let's just take a look now and look at some potential pullback areas. GRT has pumped really nicely compared to some of these other alts, and look, right now we are on a 382 currently. So that's pretty decent. What I do want to see though is this horizontal hold nicely for us. So keep your eyes on 0.207 down to 0.203. So that's a nice little band. And then your backup region, 0.194. So these are your two main areas for GRT if we're going to stay bullish. And then again, same principle as always. We could even get some kind of consolidation here. We could get something like this quite easily. But remember, if we lose this trend, okay, this is our bull indicator. So this is telling us we are bullish, we are looking up, we are trending upwards, all these things. If we start losing this trend, okay, then we normally would get a bounce, some kind of rejection, and then we start looking at lower levels. So right now, as long as we are in an uptrend, nothing to really panic about. If you are super highly leveraged, obviously you're going to be panicking every cent this thing moves. So again, just check your position size, check your leverage amount, and how much pressure you are putting yourself under. Because if you zoom out, a lot of these things and a lot of these times, if you zoom out and you say, okay, well, if I wasn't on 20x and I was on 5x, I would have survived this whole move. And they've come down and they've wiped you and they've sent it back up. So be very conscious with your leverage and be very greedy with your entries. Don't just randomly enter positions. That's why we spend so much time trying to dial in and get the best entries possible, because we use leverage and we like to get as accurate as possible. And then again, if we are wrong, we use our stop losses and we jump out and we pay our school fees. And there's no such thing as a wrong trade is only a bad trade if you haven't followed your system. But if you follow your trading system and you get stopped out, that's part of the process. And as long as it's a good stop out, if that makes sense to you, you need to look at those things. So again, we look for big entry areas. We are greedy with our entries and we're using leverage. And if you are feeling super under pressure, guys, maybe you are leveraging your stuff too high, and maybe your entries aren't as accurate as they could be. Black Sales is in the house. Now, this is someone I haven't seen in the chats in a while. Where have you been hiding, bro? Are you back in the game? What's going on here, Black Sales? Right, let's look at our next one. The Foot Champ is asking for an FTM update. Let's go. I do have an FTM for you guys. Okay, so yeah, typical altcoin play. We saw even on Bruce's trade that he gave now, a very typical move here. We had the bounce off a nice solid area. This is the daily for Phantom that I'm watching. Now we've had the push up. We had a rejection, 200-week MA, and now we are looking for bullish pullback. So what we can do is zoom in a little bit here. And you'll see this Phantom chart looks very much like Bruce's near chart, for example. So they're all doing this at the moment. So pick your favorite alts that you're watching. If you're not seeing it here, you're probably going to see a similar structure on some of your altcoins that you are looking at the moment, where we've had a trend break and now we are getting a pullback. And same play as usual. You just want to look for fibs and horizontals tying in. Okay, so we have lost the 382. So your next solid zone or your next best area for me on Phantom is going to be 0.48. And then the juicy zone where you can see there's a lot of buying. These guys are buying this up every time it comes down here. So unless we have some kind of market capitulation, I would expect the 0.46 to 0.47 region to hold on Phantom. I mean, it's not ideal if you are in a long. You don't really like to do the round trip and come back to where you started. But yeah, first stop 0.48 and then 0.46. Okay, let's see what else we got here. There's lots of requests for Sui. Okay, Mags, let's go. Let's do some Sui here. Okay, so yeah, this is again another token we were looking at last week. This is what we're looking at. We got our, well, we were looking for a double bottom. It actually gave us a triple bottom here, and then we were saying, look, if you get these rejections, you're looking for these downtrends, and look, it's played out perfectly. Look, there's something about these charts, guys. If you spend enough time in front of them, sometimes it looks like magic with the way we predict these things, but if you spend enough time in front of these charts, they start giving you very similar vibes. And you can start navigating your way around it. It's not so scary once you know what's going on here. Okay, so same principle again. We're looking for a bullish pullback. If we're going to get the bullish pullback, I want to see it stop at 0.82. I don't want to see it lose much more than that. That's a nice horizontal and 618 for me. So if we're going to get that move, okay, this is still bullish for me, that bang over there. And then let's see what happens there. If we get that rejection, okay, then we know we are in a downtrend. Okay, so what you can do is do that. Okay, once we get that, and you play the trend and you play the levels, you play the support levels. So we could get that move. Okay, otherwise they could send us lower down here, and then we are looking for the bounce in this region. So then we are looking for that move. Okay, and that's how we're going to play this game. So right now, 0.82 is your horizontal and 618 support on SUI. Let's zoom out and just take a look at bigger picture stuff. Okay, and it's a little bit tricky for the all-time high because you can see what happened here. They launched this project and immediately there was a sell-off. So look, 2 is still all-time high, but what I would say is you want to look out for 96 as your first sort of main juicy zone here of interest. Okay, so there's a little weekly band there. You can see we have tapped that region once. And then your next area is going to be 1.1. So those are the 2 main hot zones, 96 and 1.1 for Stewie. Okay, I'm going through the chat. Guys, drop a few more tokens here. Let's see what we can get through for you. Doge update. Karim is saying Bite is Grok's dog. He paid $23 for that. I don't even know how these comments work, but it looks like he did. He looks like he paid $23 for that comment. Okay, let's go. Doge. And who was complaining in the chats they don't like our music, guys? Come on. I saw a couple of comments here. Somebody was saying the music was annoying, but you know what? If the music annoys you, at least you're going to get some good trade entries. So that should nullify the annoyance. I mean, it should be okay for you. You know, weigh up the good and the bad. We like our trading music. We just love it. It's part of our vibe. You know? Okay, here's Doge. This is Doge on the daily. I was looking at this one earlier, and it's been super quiet. But Doge is starting to get to a place where it might be to make a decision here. This is a rising daily trend. So this has been going on for ages. Look at this consolidation here. And our main support, which has been tested 1, 2, 3, 4 times, is this 50-day MA down to 618 and horizontal. So we know this is a massive area, 0.087, 0.086. This is a massive support zone for Doge. Okay, so what we know, if Doge dumps and the market capitulates, what we do know is that's going to be major resistance for us on any move back. Okay, so if we do get that, if we lose this trend and we lose that horizontal, we know we got to fight. We know things are turning super bearish, and any pumps into there we can short into this major area, because that's going to be a 382, a trend, a 50-day MA, and a horizontal. So we know that's going to be a mega resistance zone if we lose it. But for the bulls, what you have is a decent support zone, and you've got a rising trend. Okay, so right now, what's happened on the daily, we do have a 2-touch trend that has been broken. Okay, so it's not a major trend. We've got only 2 touches, 1, 2. Okay, but this trend has been broken and it's getting retested currently. So this might be a potential long right now for Doge. Target would be the 200-week MA at 0.1, and your next target is the highs at 1.06. 1.07. So potentially something on the cards. Downside, you know your support, 0.06. So we lose that. If candles close under that 0.06, then we know things are turning a little bit bearish here. AVAX. Yes, I did do AVAX. Loved them. I did do AVAX pretty early in the show. We are looking for a bullish pullback on AVAX. Just pull out your 618 and your 382. We're looking for those areas to hopefully hold if we're going to stay bullish there. Let's see what else we got. Lena, nice. Okay, let's go MATIC as well. I owe you guys a MATIC update. Okay, let's see what we got here. So MATIC, they gave us a flag. Okay, we were looking for this flag, little bull flag. We got a little breakout. They've come back and they've retested. So MATIC, no changes here. Your support, 0.95. 0.94 to 0.95 is your main support band for MATIC. You start losing that, and then things don't look great. You're looking at 92, and you're looking at 88 again for MATIC. So what I want to see as a bull, I want to see this area hold. So potentially this double bottom in play here for MATIC. And then targets for MATIC, I'm looking at 1.18 still. So that is, it's still hot. It's still hot for me. Just don't really want to lose this 94 on MATIC, to be honest. Bilal is talking about this NLOS. Okay, there's another meme coin. I mean, fuck, these meme coins, they go 5x. I mean, Bruce was even, Bruce is still here. Bruce, these meme coins, are you still in this anal operating?
Hell no.
These meme coins kill me. So I swapped.
No, I just actually, when I saw him request it, I took a look at the chart. It's dead on a doornail. Not saying it's not going to come alive again, but it basically pump, dump, flatline.
I think it was a rug. Yeah. So this is what I did. I'm the worst meme coin trader. Okay. You know, fuck it. I bought this thing. I swapped out this NLOS. I bought a random thing with a market cap of $200,000. It's called FCUK. It's called Don't Fuck with Felines or something. No, I swear. Okay. I was like, they rinsed me so bad on this anal OS. So I've stuck it into this FCUK. It's 200K market cap. I mean, you know, what could go wrong? Whatever. What could go right? A lot.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, let's see how that goes. That thing is on Solana.
It's really funny.
I've taken a small position in that. Maybe, you know, maybe something's going to happen there. Let's wait and see.
Yeah.
Sherry says you can't do TA on those. Yeah, look, it's a struggle to do TA on these meme coins.
Yeah.
Especially the low market caps. I mean, you spend $500, this thing pumps. You know, you buy $1,000, it pumps, and then it just pulls back. So yeah, these things are tricky. But you do get those 50x's, you do get those 100x's. So you know, you got to keep fishing, but little bits.
Yeah, and you just never know when they're going to pull the rug, because the people that are pushing it, hyping it, and pushing it on Twitter, they're going excited. They're waiting for all of us to FOMO in, and the minute they got it to the point where they want it, they go, okay, let's take our 80% out, and the price just tanks.
I thought I was very clever on that anal OS. I was 5x or 6x or something, and I thought I was smart. I was like, really? And then I came back and I was wrecked.
Yeah. Well, I luckily got out just about break even. I was up 5x. What happened was I put a little bit in, and it was cool. And then I went, oh, this is going really well. So I threw a bunch more at it. And then they had a Coincall, and I watched the price start to dip over. And by the time I got out, it was break even. But what a debacle.
Okay. Guys, I want to bring you some Audi. We haven't spoken about this one in a while, and obviously it's trending, it's topical. Look at this little thing here. So this actually looks like Altcoin. Looks like a Altcoin actually. Okay, so yeah, Audi traders. Let's see what we can give you guys. Still very topical. And the other one, Mubi, MUBI. We gave that one on the show. We need to do an update on that. Okay, so Audi bulls resistance 82.6. Okay, that's pretty obvious. You can see what's going on here. There was big selling in this area. Okay, so how do you play this? Well, if you push higher, you want to confirm support here. Okay, so this 86 must become your support, and then you're on to bigger things up there. So that looks pretty simple. And then with regards to support areas, you're going to look at this horizontal. I want to see what this ties in with. Let's see what fibs we got here. Let's pull this one. Let's see what we got. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Okay, so 618 and horizontal for you. So Audi bulls, here you go. Okay, 74. Call it 74. 74 on the button is 618 and horizontal. Then you've got major horizontal at 68. And open skies ahead, I would say. If this thing is going to run. Open skies, price discovery. You've seen Injective, you've seen Say, you've seen all these others doing their thing once they're in price discovery. So who knows what you can get here. But big supports 74, 68. And if we push higher here and we form support around 83, then I think you're good. Then this thing's going to move. Oh, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Gains. So GNS on the back of some Arbitrum strength. Okay, so we know there's a lot happening on Arbitrum at the moment. Okay, they set a new record. Total value lock reaches 9.9 billion. Okay, here is gains GNS on Arbitrum, and it's broken a weekly horizontal. So just want to bring this to your attention. There's a target here, 8.2. That I'm looking at currently, and this is for spot traders and those type of things. Your major support here on the weekly is 5.2. Okay, it's currently trading at 5.8. So you got major weekly support here, 5.2. It's also backed by 382 as well. So 5.2 weekly support, upside target 8.14. So that could be a fun one, especially on Arbitrum strength. Chasing news says Arbitrum to the moon. Yeah. Sherry says Sheldon mentioned Litecoin on his last show, hoping for an update. Let's give a Litecoin update and a ZIL update. Okay, so let's go Litecoin. Okay, I see we're in the midst of a pullback here. Okay, so let's take a look here. This is Litecoin 4 hours. So what you want to do again is identify your solid areas where you could get your reaction. So just zooming out a little bit on Litecoin, you can see this hot zone here. Okay, you can see this zone has been triggered multiple times. Okay, you can see there's action here. So anything around about 71 to 72 is your hot support zone for Litecoin. Okay, so that's your first area, and you've also got backup there from the 50-day MA. So that should help you a little bit there as well. 50-day MA support and horizontals. And then I've got this level. I don't know why I've added this in here. This was a while ago. 70. Okay, that's your next one. So look at 72 and look at 70 as your main sort of reaction areas on Litecoin. Okay, let's go ZIL. Okay, guys, and remember, when the market pulls back, don't get too stressed out. Just zoom out. Look at your levels. Look at your areas. And, as long as you've got decent entries, you shouldn't be too upset if you get stopped out on a trade, as long as you followed your system. It's all part of the game. If you want to play the trading game, you need to understand you do get stopped out. It's you're going to get stopped out even half of the time, potentially. But just make sure the ones that you are right, you really are right about them. And, you see that Say trade of mine, for example. That's a great example. Small position, big move. I had a 2 or 3% stop on that thing. Once it started running, I lifted my stop, and then we're away. Okay, so here's ZIL. So no changes on ZIL. If you're sitting in that ZIL trade, nothing to report here. This was a slow burner for me, and again, this trade is away. So if you're in it, if you want to, you can raise your stop. You can probably put your stop at entry now. You could even raise your stop to, let's call it 0.022 or 0.023. For me, I haven't raised my stop. I'm just leaving it. It's a 5x margin trade. So, from my entry, I probably had about 20, call it 18% breathing room down from my entry for a liquidation area. So, yeah, I'm just leaving that for now. For me, any moves back into the entry box, probably for adding. So if we do get a nice market pullback here, I'm looking to add. And again, I'm not expecting a major pullback until we get this ETF news. So, I can't see why we'd get a massive move down unless they decline the ETF or kick the can down the road or do something like that. So right now, for me, I'm long and strong until we get that kind of news. Richard says DOGE is ready to burst. I'm assuming he means Doge. Yeah, look, Doge, it's interesting. They've been consolidating Doge for a while. And Sheldon actually explains it quite nicely. When you get that long consolidation, what does he call it? Preparation. He says preparation gives you a result, and it's true. Let these things play out. Let them consolidate. We saw it with Injective. Injective consolidated, I think it was around 15. I tried to trade it a couple of times there. It just sat probably 3-4 weeks, and then they sent it. And these things happen. So, that's why I'm looking at things like Carver, looking at a couple of other things. Maybe there's going to be something coming out there. The worst thing that's going to happen is I'm wrong. And if we're right, we're rich. So, that's what we do. Let's see what's next. Antonio wants some cash. Okay, so here's CAS. Again, looking bullish last week, and typical alt move here. We've got our 618. Okay, they gave us our 618 bounce. When was this? This was on Sunday night. So Sunday into Monday, they gave us our 618 bounce. Okay, this is what we got. We got 618. We got horizontal. Okay, so that was good. This is our support. We're going to watch now. 0.11. Okay, if they want to send us lower, we need to start looking down here at 0.099. So if they do send us down here, that's quite a big market pullback, I would say. I'm looking for some kind of bounce here, 0.099. So that is my zone, 0.11, 0.099 for the cash traders. Okay, Bruce, thanks for coming in for round 2 again.
Thank you. That was fun.
Okay, guys, that was great. Covered so many alts there. I can't cover all of them, but again, join Sniper Club. There's updates in there for you guys. I do update every day. I have been away, so now but I am back. As you can see, I'm back in my office doing my thing. So yeah, we'll update there as we go. Guys, watch this pullback. Watch these levels that you're on. Just be safe, okay? Not major leverage here. Take it easy, but watch your support zones. Watch that dominance. And most importantly, watch where BTC is settling down. Once BTC settles down, then these alts should tell you a story, and hopefully they are going to be on their corresponding levels for you. And then you might be able to get your entries there. Right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow doing the same thing again. Let's see how this plays out in the next 24 hours. But I'm back tomorrow. We'll reassess where we are. Maybe we're up, maybe we're down. But again, more opportunities coming for us tomorrow. See you guys later.